Hello friends, my name is Deepak More, and in this video I'm going to introduce you the complete video course of TheIndianOptions.com. Basically why I started this, why I'm doing this, who is funding it, and things like that. And this venture is funded by a Japanese company, Injeni Japan Kabushiki Kaisha, and I'm a presenter Deepak More, and I'm going to present all these 88 videos in this series. Okay, now basically why we started this venture. Okay, now the reason is that like whenever you go to Google and if you search for the term like maybe Indian options, Indian trading, or Indian options, or NSeindia or something, you'll get like thousands of videos which will claim different things. Like some videos will say like, okay, use this strategy, you will get $3,000, 3,000 rupees daily, or some will say, okay, invest 5,000 and you will get 40 lakh rupees in one day, or some are saying, okay, do swing trading, do candlestick, and see when the market reverses and then you can trade accordingly. And then some are saying, okay, just work for only 5 minutes in the morning, just open some trades and you will be able to earn like 10,000 rupees in 10 minutes or so. So all this information is really very, I would say, misleading. Okay, now this whole the above claims, all these claims, if if we consider logically, if all these claims have to be true, then you need to be correct in 4 to 5 different parameters. Okay, first one is like you should be right about the market direction, then you should have chosen correctly the strike price, then you should have perfected your entry into the trade, then and how to exit, how to entry, and the exit should also be perfect. And if all these 5 things or 6 things matter, and plus you need to have the margin in your money, you should have sufficient money in your bank account to be able to open those kind of contracts. So all these things, 6 or 7 things, they have to match to the perfection, and then yes, all these claims that could be true. Okay, that could be true, I'm saying. Okay, now if it might happen once in a blue moon or something, but it doesn't happen consistently. You cannot get anything consistently because there is no fixed formula in options, or as a matter of it in a trading, that you do X thing and then Y thing will happen. There is no such kind of formula or so. So you cannot basically claim this, period. Okay, there is no second thought about it, right? Now I've seen these videos, and I have heard a lot of horrible stories about a lot of friends losing a lot of money or something, and then suddenly I thought that maybe I should make these videos to spread at least the genuine knowledge about what this option is and what are the real facts about it, and how you can really make money, or how you can, if you don't know sufficient knowledge, how you can lose money or something. So taking all these points into consideration, I've thought of making this video series. So I have named this video series as The Indian Options, and I'm spreading this knowledge free on YouTube. So this series of videos, it will explain, if you don't have any knowledge, if you have zero knowledge, from zero knowledge to the advanced trading, advanced options trader. So anything that between, we are going to teach. So even if you have little bit of knowledge, you can start from there, or if you don't have any knowledge, you can start from basics and go through. And I have fine-tuned this video series for the Indian market, and that too niftyindia, and that too only for the Nifty, only for Nifty options index. Okay, and I made this course, it's freely available on internet. So all you have to do is spend some time in watching these videos and learning through it. Okay, now about me, first of all, let me explain a little bit about myself, who I am. I'm Deepak More. I'm from Nasik, Maharashtra, and I'm in NRI. I'm an NRI in Japan for last 24 years now. I'm a computer engineer by profession and spending most of the times these days on PPTs and Excels because that's what it is right now. And but I'm entrepreneur and options trader by heart. I've completed my engineering from Government Engineering College Aurangabad in 1994. I started my first business in Navi Mumbai when I was 24 years of age. Yeah, that was like AMC. We used to do annual maintenance contract for the PCs that time. Okay, and but I got cheated by a friend. That was my first taste of the real world, and then I came back to Japan in 1996, and since then I'm here. In 2002, I started Indian restaurant chain, Swagat Indian Restaurants chain, and we had like around five restaurants at one point of time. And I started options trading in 2003 in US market, but I was not allowed to do covered calls or naked calls. Maybe my risk profile didn't match to my risk appetite or something, so I was not given the permission. Then I did that. In spite of that, I did that for a while. But and then while I was doing that, I started Swagat Bazaar uh, in Japan. This was like groceries business kind of thing. And in 2009, I sold both Swagat Bazaar and Swagat Restaurants to friends, and because I wanted to move back to India a little bit for a while. Before moving back to India, I moved all my investment from US and put it in Indian market, and I did some trading in Indian market for a couple of years actually. I was able to get around 72% annual income, annually increase in the capital. So it was going on good. But I went back to India in 2011. I started a business there. Then I got a bit busy in that, and during the business I had to come to Japan so many times, and then I thought maybe moving back to Japan might be a great idea. So I came back to Japan in 2016, and I started I was thinking about the trading because a lot of things had changed since then. Because in 2010 the lot size was 50. Nifty lot size was 50, margin requirement was really very less, but now there was a monthly expiry at that point of time. But now things have changed in NSE market, options market. So now the lot size was 75 and the margin requirement was more, and we had now weekly expiry. So I thought of giving the second chance for options trading, and while I was doing it, it started getting really very good and fruitful kind of thing, and my capital started to increase. And then I thought that maybe I should do it kind of professionally. So I purchased a company here in 2018 in Japan, Kabushiki Kaisha. And all this venture now I'm doing under this company's banner. And now I am creating this series of around 88 videos that we are going to do. I'm going to explain what videos they are in few minutes. So all those 88 videos will be launching under this YouTube, the Indian Options YouTube channel. And also you can find I have also purchased a domain, www.theindianoptions.com. So all the information is there in that, and there are a lot of explanations in there. And of course all these videos are very informative, so you should really spend some time in in watching this. And now you might really understand like you might ask question like, why should you watch my channel? So this is like I'm trying to sell myself now here. So actually I'm doing this options trading for really long time, around mostly 20 years or so, on and off. I've studied so many things, and first I was doing stocks, and then mutual funds, and then options, and in US market, in Indian market, and everywhere. And I got some good returns in US market also, and sometimes it was not really that good because it's an American style of options, and sometimes though the strike prices hit, the options don't get exercised because the opposite party doesn't want to, they want to wait, so it was not really that fruitful. So then in 2010 I did again, as I told already, I did again in Indian market. And in since last July I have started doing this options trading again in Indian market, and by in like five months or so I was able to increase my capital by 24% to 25%. So I think so, without taking much risk to the capital, you should be able to very easily get 20 to 30% very easily. And if we are able to persistently do this, consistently get small profit consistently over a period of time, then I think so this options trading can beat any business actually, because it's not much services that you have to provide to your customer, or there are no products involved, or there are no third party people, anybody involved. You don't have to pay salaries to anybody, you don't need to have an office or something. So considering that the cost of doing this business is really very less, I think so if you look at it, look at this options trading as a business, then you are going to get really very good profits in this, because in any business 30% profit or 25% profit year on year is really very good profit, because not many companies do that. We are not talking the case of like Apple, or Tesla, or some big companies who have some innovative products, and of course they can make really good money. But in general, in normal, like 80% or 90% of the companies, like taking 30% year and year growth is really very good growth actually. Okay, so if you look at it, this options trading through the business angle, then it will suddenly start making very good sense. And my motto is really very simple, that whenever I trade, my motto is really very simple. I have spent a lot of time in making this motto, like, and my motto is like, it's okay if I don't get profit, but I will protect my capital as the mother protects her children. Now, why this? Because see, the market goes up and down, there are crashes and there are soars in the market, and there is always upswing, downswing. Some you'll get profits today, tomorrow, no problem. You'll get some losses or profit, losses, profit. It happens. It's a nature of when you are doing trading, like losing some trade or gaining some trade. It's a part of the game basically, right? So you cannot say that you are going to win all the time or you are going to lose all the time, right? If you know what you are doing, then the chances of you getting good returns is really very high actually, provided you don't be really very greedy and you take small consistent profits. So the word here, what I'm trying to say is consistency. Less capital, less profits, less risk, but consistent profits. And then when you multiply, there are 220 days around approximately trading days in Indian stock market, and then which means that it will be like 220 multiplied by, even if you get like 0.01% or 0.1% profits, or consistent profit, it becomes like 20-25, it's really good amount. Sometimes you get 1%, 2% also. And then if you add or subtract in that, there are some losses also, you get some losses also. It's not that you get profit all the time. So so all the people who are claiming that okay, do this, do that, and you will get it, that's all I don't know how much you should really trust those kind of videos, right? So first thing is like I started to talk about this. So I was thinking like, how can I teach to some of my friends or maybe my family members. My wife was a bit interested in learning about options. So actually I had written a book, and so the thought of writing a book came in my mind, and then I wrote a book, decoding stock options premium, mastering out of the money, quadrants of put sell and call sell. And it's in a word format still. It's not published. It's still in a word format. I shared it with few friends of mine, a few friends who had extensive knowledge about options and even stocks. And I shared it even with the friends who were like beginners. They didn't know what it is basically. And I got like mixed review from them. Like it initially it is good. It is very good and interesting to start reading, but over a period of time it starts getting complex, and then you have to refer back and things like that. And then suddenly someone suggested me the idea of, why don't you make small videos so people can actually repeat and go back, and then that's how this whole idea brewed in my mind for a few times. And then for last 5 to 6 months I've been thinking over this, and then I started making small videos, and then I realized that yeah, this could work. And I shared these videos with few friends, and I got really very positive feedback from them. And then I thought, okay, let me do a bit professional videos. So now I'm spending lot of time in making these videos, and we have some companies who are doing the editing of these videos, and trying to match the slideshow with that videos. And sometimes there are a bit mistakes here and there, but you just have to ignore those and just continue. Try to get the message that I'm trying to explain through these videos, right? Now, like if you have if you have studied in India 10th and 12th, you have possibly heard the name of like 21 most likely questions. It is also called as apekshit in Marathi. Now, this apekshit was it was like a Bible for us basically. So we don't study from the actual books, but we just get this apekshit, and that apekshit had like probable 21 questions that would be asked in the exam or board exams actually, and probable questions and their answers, questions and then answers, and then we could actually pass and get good grades out of it. So this options, this video series of 80 video series is going to be actually the apekshit of options trading. So if you don't have any knowledge, just from beginners to advanced level, we are taking whole complete journey. Okay, so just be with us. Like we have identified around 14 risks, and then we are explaining how we can mitigate those risks. And then there are around 30 plus trading behaviors that I have noticed, and these trading behaviors are going to be really very helpful for you for trading. And these trading behaviors actually will determine whether you are going to be a good options trader or bad options traders, right? Because like if you see that there are only 24 hours in one day, but in that 24 hours somebody is making like millions of dollars, and on the other hand or other end of the spectrum, a lot of people, they are very having difficult time to meet their ends, right? So so what is difference between these two scenarios is the behavior, how you react or how you do or whatever you do is what determines. And in the similar fashion, like the market is market, it goes up, it goes down, there are profits, loss, good days, bad days, but in spite of all these things, a lot of people make very good money, and a lot of people, they lose a lot of money. And then how does this happen? And I've done some research on that, and then I have noticed the behavioral patterns, and these behavioral patterns are main source of issue basically. Okay, options trading as such is not risky or not profitable. Your trading behavior is actually, right? So what you are going to learn out of this videos, like what I have done is I have put this whole 80 video series in 8 different sections. So first section is introduction, it is this video. Then second section is so I'm saying this section as section 0 because it has no meaning, it is just an introduction, right? So section 1 is like option basics. In this we have like 18 videos. This is really very basic. I'm assuming like you have no idea about options or stock market for that matter, and then you can start your education from there. Then second section I have named it as damn risky stock options. In this I am discussing 14 different risks, and there are total 15 videos in this. And in third, now you know basics, you know what are the risks that you are walking into. And then the third series, it is just like 7 videos in which I am explaining about ready to trade. The section is section 3 is ready to trade. In this, like what you will need to become an option trader, like demat account, this, that, and all that information is there. And plus there are some advanced strategies or advanced pinpoints that I'm trying to stress there. So there are that's it. And then in section 4 I'm teaching basic strategies, basic trading strategies. And there are like there are like 4 videos that I have taken, real life videos in the option basic section, which we are correlating it to the strategies, right? And then in this section 4 basic trading strategies, I am explaining very basic, like 7 strategies which I have noticed, and I have been using that for a really long time, out of which 4 are that everybody uses it, and then 3 are something that I am very comfortable using it. So, and these strategies are working for me, so there is no reason why it should not work for anybody. But again, it is the trading behavior. Some things that might work for me might not work for you, because my risk appetite might be different as yours, my investment is different as yours, my risk taking ability and to maneuver the market ups and downs might be different than yours. So though the strategies are same, it could give different results to different people. So you have to make your own strategies. Actually, that's the whole this thing is about. So I'm trying to teach you how to fish so that you can eat it every day, not giving you the fish directly to eat, right? So this learning options or learning trading options, it's a journey basically, and you will have to start. Every journey starts with the first step. So this is the first step that I'm doing, and please really spend some time here and do that. In section 5, trading behaviors, I have made like 22 videos in this. And in these videos, these are small videos, not very long, maybe 7-8 minutes each video or something. But in this I'm pinpointing some trading behaviors that you should watch out, or you should be really comfortable. Out of this 20 or 30 behaviors, I'm sure that some behavioral pattern will match to yours personality, right? So you have to identify which behaviors, which under which circumstances, what you do, and things like that. So there's a lot of tons of information here in this. And then in section 6, that is record keeping, I have like 5 videos in this. In this I am explaining like what information you get from your broker, and how you can tune that or keep your records properly, and then share that information with the CAs. So because CAs will have to file your tax returns and things like that, so, and there are a lot of taxes you will have to pay, and government is already deducting some taxes. So yeah, all that thing has to be arranged in a proper way to be given to the CS. So I'm explaining like I have created a lot of files or something to get the information from broker, put it in the file, get some proper results out of it, and then send it to CA. So I'll explain those files, and you can make your own files, or I can also share it with you. It's not so big deal about it, right? In section 7, we are going to study more advanced strategies, and there are like thousands of strategies. We are not going to go that. So we are just going to go more 5 strategies, four strategies actually. these are the advanced strategies which are used by institutional traders usually, right? So we are going to study them. And in the last section, that is miscellaneous and conclusion, also I have like 5 videos. Now miscellaneous meaning that there are some videos or there are some topics which don't fall into any of these categories, so I'm just putting that in the miscellaneous section. So you should see that also. So in total there are going to be like around 85, 88 plus kind of videos which you are going to see. So that's about it for this introduction video. Thank you very much for spending your time, and also please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The subscribe button is just right here somewhere, here, yeah, here. Okay, so just subscribe it and share it with your friends or trader friends who wants to become a trader, or if you are interested, even if you are not having any idea about or if you don't have any vision about being an options trader, just spend some time in seeing the videos. What is harm in that? You know, you watch movies, you watch some videos on your transit in the train, or you know, somewhere while you are standing in a queue, or you know, just spend some time in learning. I'm spending a lot of time certainly in making these PowerPoint presentations, and also making these videos out of that, then paying a lot of money to someone to edit these videos and you know upload it on YouTube. And you can just spend time and just have a look into it, and I'm sure if you see all these 80 videos you will get interested in this. I'm sure of that, right? Because this is really kind of a game, a real life game. When you are you know, if you like video games or so, you are going to love options trading. Take my word for it. Okay. And all this course material is available on my uh, website also, www.theindianoptions.com. You will have to register it, and then you will see the downloads menu, and then from the downloads you can download all these PPTs wherein you can study them while you are watching the videos. Okay, so thank you very much, and have a nice day. Bye bye.